Okay, hello. Settle down, everyone. Settle down. I'm having my second cup of coffee, and I had a cup of tea, so I'm a little bit wired. I'm like really wired. I don't know if I can blame that for this, but I can blame it. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Let's get rid of studio mode. Let's go into the editor. Let's go. Do I have enough light? I'm going to turn the light on over here. Hello. Let's get this thing working. How is that thing? Does that go this way? I think it goes this way. Hello. Welcome to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. Welcome to all you beautiful people out there. It's going to be an amazing show because I am wired. We can talk about meningitis and the lies. It's an absolute lie. It's a lie. Okay, get ready. Get ready to defend meningitis, you people. Better not. Just got back from 3 days in Gozo. I packed for the wet weather. Got sunburned. Well, it doesn't really rain that much in Gozo, does it? Or anywhere. Gozo is the second island of the Maltese. I don't know how many islands there are, but that's the second island. I didn't go there. I was near there. We could maybe see it. You can go in a boat. I guess you could go in a boat. Is there an airplane? I don't know how far away it is. It's like 10 miles. How many miles away is it? Let's look on the map where it is. Anyway, hello everyone. Hello Claire. Hello Scott Elite Elixir. Hello beautiful Joe. Hello girl from Mars. Hello Darklands. Hello. Thank you for coming to today's stream. I'm going to try to make this stream something. We sort of like been disintegrating slightly, maybe because I've not been sleeping. I've been going to sleep at 6 in the morning. I saw a horrible film last night. Let me write down the film that I saw, which is called Sirens, which is Vatanai told me to watch it. It was like really sexy. It had naked women in it. But maybe because I'm old, I'm not as interested as I used to be. Or maybe I'm lying. Carrie B is here. Ruben is here. So I saw that. We could talk about sirens. Number 2, we're going to talk about meningitis, which is meningitis. And remember, anything with an is at the end is bullshit. It's not that it's bullshit. It's an irritation. Watch what's going to happen. Here's my hand. Can you see my hand? Can you see? Maybe I'll do it over here. Can you see this? Can you see that? That's red. That's an irritation. If I do this enough times, it'll get infected and I'll die. That's what itises are. They're irritation. Uh-oh. Hello. Did I leave the key in the door? I just walked over there literally a second ago because I'm starting the show right now. There's the producer. He's here. I was just going to tell you he's not here. And his son went over to his mother's house. Jack is here, and the son went over to his mother's house right now. And did I say something about him going over to his mother's house? No, I did not. I'm so angry at how modern day banking works. I spend all my day speaking to machines, then eventually a gentleman in India who then tells me to pop into your branch. My nearest branch is a 90-minute journey away. Yeah, well, they got you. Yeah, I'm against banks too. Banks cause irritation, which causes inflammation, which causes disease. Are you concerned about meningitis? Leave me alone. He just walked in the house. He doesn't want to be bothered by his father. We could talk about banking. I mean, not that I ever think about it. I rarely think about it. Who knows what's the situation with my banking? I don't know. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Alex is here as well. They're closing all the branches. Well, yeah, because people don't need to use it the way they used to need banking. So why should the branches be open? I remember I used to have to go to the bank. Remember going to the bank producer. Used to go there all the time. One of those students had both legs amputated. So you're saying because of meningitis? Is that what you're saying, Carrie B? Yeah, maybe meningitis is a serious condition. It's a serious condition. But before you say it's caused by a germ and that it's spread by other human beings, before you say that, let's find out what the real story is. It's not it could be, there are many ways of getting parts of your body irritated. Enough to cause major problems. To be honest with you, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, but it's not easily spread as COVID. And COVID is a fucking lie, too. It's a lie. It's an absolute, oh my God, I'm really upset. It's spread by kissing and touching. That's what they want to make you believe, so you don't kiss and touch. But at the same time, they don't want you to be married and feel real love. Not that I've ever felt real love in marriage, but I guess maybe I have. I didn't even know that I felt real love. That's what, remember what they want. I don't even know what they want, but they want to break down families. They want to break down love. It's the death of love. The original problem stemmed from not being able to do my online shop. Are we talking about banking? Do you think the meningitis outbreak is a forerunner for geographically small lockdowns? Yes, I do, possibly. Who knows what those have in mind? Who knows what they have in mind? They want you dead, Reuben. They want us dead. They don't want families. They don't want communities. They don't want shires. They don't want nations. They want their globalist world. And this has been going on for 150 years. And that, like this movie Simon, wait till Vatanai comes in here and we can discuss the movie with Vatanai. And this movie, Sirens, is a precursor to all of this, even though they didn't mention germs, but they, anyway, we have 4 islands. Goza is a 25-minute ferry from Malta. The other islands are Comino and Okay, we could discuss the islands in a second. With you on this rant, Lewis. Yeah, thank you very much. You're with me. Yeah, I'm on the rant. It's so stupid. And at least you will have heard it here. You will have heard it here that meningitis is bullshit. It's the same kind of bullshit lies that the NHS and their hospitals promulgating. You see the people there, they're taking a shot. They're taking a supposed vaccines. Vaccines don't work because there's no such thing as a germ. And they want and they're giving people antibiotics. So saying you get a little speck of something, it goes in your mouth from kissing a pretty girl, okay, and then it winds its way into the brain and infects the brain. Technology is starting to go downhill. It's not the tech. Okay. Same here, Claire. All the scaremongering. What does Claire say? I missed what Claire says. Anyway, the point is, with meningitis, one of those students had both legs amputated. Millions of people were said to have died from COVID. Does that mean that COVID actually existed? That people used to believe that God used to smote people. Does that mean that God exists? If you believe in God, it exists. People believe in all this stuff. That doesn't mean it actually exists. There are irritants that cause inflammation. And you know what I'm going to say those irritants are. Look at how great I look. It's carbs. It's toxic seeds. Let's go this way. How about that? There are toxic seed oils. There's smoking. There's dust can cause irritation. There's lots of things. There's not eating a proper diet of red meat and eggs. Today I had bratwurst, a piece of bratwurst. I had I had 5 eggs. I had an ounce of goat cheese. It was delicious. God may still smite. He might. It's as, to me, it's as maybe even more believable than meningitis germs or bacteria, whatever it's called. Whatever it's called. They still, you've got to watch that Sam Bailey thing. She's like amazing, Sam Bailey. And now it's on YouTube. Sam Bailey is on YouTube. Sam Bailey, meningitis YouTube. There we go. Let's see what this is. The meningitis mystery. 1609. There it is, right there. See? We go here. I'm going to put it up there for you guys to look at. Oh my God, I'm so upset. I don't mean to yell at you people, but, don't disagree with me. Or you can disagree with me if you want to. Hold on my second. I am streaming at the moment. Okay, so there we go. Killer bug reaches London. Headlines in GB News today. Yeah, because they believe that, people have been lied to about this thing for so long, I see you, that you don't even realize how much lies. The idea of tiny little things causing diseases. I've been around for 150 or more years. When was Louis Pasteur? And then about 100 or so years ago, they discovered viruses. They discovered germs that were even smaller than that they couldn't really see. And then they invented the electron microscope. And then they said, oh, look at that. There it is. I wish I were 30. Sorry. I shouldn't curse. No cursing. Would you stop cursing? I shouldn't lie, Maltese. It's not that. Irritations can come from a million different places. There is not one thing that causes the irritation in the meninge, which is in the brain and in the spinal cord. It's like a connective tissue in there. Every time I hear red weather warning, I ignore it based on principle. It's been watered down to nothing. It could be. Somebody disconnected. Somebody reconnected. Well, maybe we weren't. Maybe it was me who was disconnected. That's the exact headline they use. Yeah, they want to do it. Because people want to be in panic. People want to be in panic, and that's what H.L. Mencken says. I'll show you what H.L. Mencken says. Go to this. Let me just get rid of this. H.L. Mencken. Panic. What his quote is. His quote. Where's the quotes? Quotes. Where's his quotes? Quotes on government? H.L. Mencken. This is a guy. He was out of Baltimore. Here's his head. You got to read H.L. Mencken. He's amazing. Here we go. Here's the quote from this guy called H.L. Mencken. H.L. Mencken. Have you heard of this guy, anybody? That's what he says. The whole aim of practical politics is to keep the populace alarmed and hence clamorous to be led to safety by menacing it with endless series of hobgoblins, all of them imaginary. And that one of the things that's imaginary is meningitis. I mean, if you catch meningitis, you got to take care of yourself, and you might die. But generally speaking, never heard of him, says Jeanette. Hello, Janet. Hello, Janet. And there you go. There's my friend David Francis. And he's from Cradley Heath. Anybody know of Cradley Heath? They just want to scare people. And even GB News wants to scare people. Yeah, so they're trying to make us afraid. Our oil, petroleum, and diesel supplies are running out. Government's supposed to have 6 months of reserves. We have 2 weeks shortages, and they're blaming America for this stupid war. Maybe there aren't 2 weeks of oil, but they're trying to have. They want people to be afraid there's not enough oil. But this whole island is surrounded by oil. There's oil everywhere. Because they've lied about oil too. They are liars. Everyone is a liar. They're a liar. I suppose the good news about meningitis is that it may reduce panic buying, why people are afraid to go outside. Is that what you're saying? Feeling guilty, eating a bacon sandwich and drinking wine. Starting, you said you were going to start it today, if I remember correctly. In the North Sea. In the North Sea. But they want us dead. They want us dead. They want us dead. They want us to freeze to death. The biggest contributor to longer life is heat, is warm houses. When I see people queuing up for vacations, I shiver. Yeah, because they say we got to get out of there because people have meningitis. If you see anyone with a mask, they're a fucking idiot and you should not hang out with them. You got to hang out with only smart people. Hold on 1 second. Let me just see if I can fix this. This is going to be my last show. I've lost the love of you people because I've proven to be an idiot with my screaming. I shouldn't be screaming, but I'm screaming. I should not be screaming, but I'm screaming. Julian is here. Hello, Julian. Make your own oil. It's very good, you know. Yeah, you can grow some grapes. Grow some grapes. Greetings from Romsley Ray, David Francis. Where's Romsley Ray? Are you up there near Dave Francis? At the pub there. What is the pub called again? It's the Bush. The Bush. It's called the Bush. Vaccination, says I see you. What did I see you? Whenever for vaccinations, not for vacations. I shiver. Yeah, fucking yeah. People want to be made afraid, and I'm telling you, don't be afraid. It's like me. I stopped washing and bathing. I smell all right. I'm clean. You know what? Because my skin is defoliates. This will be your best show, Lewis. You are saying out loud what a lot of us feel. Yes, okay. Well, if one of you people say, where I listen to this on with Lewis Schaffer, that'd be great. Thank you, Claire, for saying that. I love you. I've been decorating my flat throughout the last 3 days. I feel as if I've the living shit kicked out of me. Not sure if this is the gloss fumes or just the overdue workload. It could be the workload. Take it easy. Take the rest of the day off, Julian. And that's the thing. They want you to stock up on stuff. Those businesses were so happy. Why was Sainsbury's still in business during the COVID time, but your local shop wasn't? F you, F you, F you. Let's see, Julian. It's the workout, done exactly the same this week. It's not meningitis. But if you do overdo yourself and you don't eat enough red meat, eggs, cheese, I had my other son number 2, the good-looking one, he brought home some goat cheese, unprocessed, unpasteurized goat cheese. That's how long this thing's been going. Let's make sure milk is pasteurized so we have control of the milk production and we starve you people to death. We make money. I did a workout today fixing the sink. You had to lie down. Yeah, well, there you go. You need a man there. Don't ask me to do it. I love goat's cheese, says Carrie B. Can I tell you something? It was delicious. It was delicious. I ate about an ounce of it. I haven't eaten that much today. And I woke up at 12 because I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping. You could say, oh, it's because of your diet. Look at my hair. Because of my diet. Oh, I'm drinking wine too, says Maltese Phil. Well, you better drink wine down there. That's the place to drink wine, Malta. Just sitting in the hot sun, getting sunburned. At least warmed by the sun. Malta. Let's go to Malta. It sounds great. Malta. I think about going to Malta all the time. I've got to clean up my world here first. I'm like my maiden aunt. She used to say that. Can you do this? No, I'm cleaning. I'm doing this. Whatever. She was always keeping her mind occupied. I was working in Sainsbury during COVID. No one cared. Yeah, how many nurses died during COVID? F the NHS, F the Center for Disease Control, F Anthony Fauci, F Whitty, F what's his name? F Boris Johnson, F the left, F the right, F the globalist, F them all. Let's all be strong and realize they want us to panic. They want us. I'm going to read that sentence again so it goes into your head. The whole aim of practical politics is to keep the populace alarmed, okay? And therefore clamorous to be led to safety by the politicians, by menacing the people with an endless series of hobgoblins, all of them imaginary. Do you know what a hobgoblin is? I barely know what it is, but it's like something that's maybe not real. Ed Miliband's pubs wants pubs to serve warm beer. F Ed Miliband, you fucking dwarf, horrible piece of commie shit. I mean, really, let's be honest. Ed Miliband is, this is why when people always say it's the Jews, it is the Jews, but the Jews are on both sides. I'm a Jew. And Ed Miliband is a commie Jew. His parents were commies. I believe they were. Am I allowed to say that? Ron Smith is here. Back on films, Close Encounters, when Richard Dreyfuss takes off the mask as he knows they've been lied to. Yes, that's interesting. I forget that film. I never really enjoyed that film. I didn't know what it was all about, but it was a huge bestseller at that time. I am not playing the lockdown game, says Claire. I didn't last time, and I won't be this time. It's really great that you're fighting for this, Claire. The Hobgoblin Pub, that's right. Been there many, 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 many times. The Hobgoblin. I haven't been there in about 10 years, but I used to go there when I went to pubs. When we were in East Dulwich, we used to walk right by the train station there. I didn't play that game. Don't play that. The mask thing. If you want to put on a mask, you're an effing loser. You're an effing loser because there's no tiny little thing and the whole world is filled with tiny little things, but there's no tiny little things that does the same thing as like bacteria does. And even bacteria, one tiny bit of bacteria. And you know what it is? You know what this woman you got to watch the video from that woman. The video, Sam Bailey, she says they, and I believe this because they've done this for other things, is the world is surrounded by meningi germs, the same germs that cause viral meningitis. And nobody's sick. Nobody is sick. Sean Thobert is here. Is this thing on? Lewis Schaffer is on. I don't believe anything and you know what? Whenever anybody says something, like when I question you say something, I say, I don't believe it. I don't believe anything. And maybe that's the worst way to go. In the US, they have a joke about those masks, which is if a fart can get through it, then so can a virus. Well, yeah, man. Well, a fart is methane gas. So that might not be the case, actually. Because a virus could be slightly larger than a fart. Thank you, Jack, for saying that, but I'm not sure I agree with that. What are you saying is a see-through? And Ron Smith isn't playing that game, too, about this mask stuff. You want to go up to them and say you're an effing idiot. And there are people still wearing masks from the COVID bull. Right? Am I right about that? There is no such thing as a germ. So there can be no such thing as a germ-caused disease. Dr. Hillary said, you must wear 2 masks in the sea, and GB News invited him on the show. You mean like when you're in the water? Did he say that in the water, Dr. Hillary? That's shocking, Ron Smith. Shocking. And you know what? And these people are allowed to walk the street without coming up to them. A fart is a scream from a trapped shit. That's funny. It's funny, Carrie B. I don't agree with it. Carrie B. A fart is indigestible stuff that you've eaten, thinking it's good for you. which is plant-based garbage. I see people in cars with masks on. It always makes me laugh. Yeah, it should make you laugh. Maltese Phil is enjoying the show. I'm enjoying that you're in Malta. I think about Malta, going to Malta all the time. This program should be sponsored by the Maltese Travel. We should maybe have a party in Malta. The movie that I saw 2 days ago, Maltese Phil, was filmed partially in Malta in 1971, 7 years after independence, right? I guess. The Macintosh Man. Um, and I enjoy Maltese Phil being here. I enjoy you all being here. There's not a single person I don't enjoy seeing. Yep, I'm glad Cosin Clantis came in useful and now thinking Capricorn 1. It might be true. Who knows? Who knows? If somebody was, it could be true, Capricorn 1, which is the idea that they faked the landing on the moon. I think because they landed 6 times on the moon, because 12 or 11 people actually got out and walked on the moon, because there's a billion pictures of people being on the moon. I mean, if they were going to lie about it, why would they land six times on the moon? America was a great country back then. God bless America, land that I love. Written by a Jew. Written by a Jew, I think. Is that true? I'm not sure. God Bless America was written by a Jew. I think it was true. I love H.L. Mencken. God bless America. God bless America. Written by yeah, of course, Irving Berlin in 1918. Widely recognized as an American patriotic song, was written on Long Island during World War One. Why we entered World War One, I don't know, but I know why we're in Iran, and it's the right thing to be in Iran, to f those people up, f them up. That's what Lewis Schaffer's motto is. The Russians never said it was fake. Yeah, that could be proof in a way. Why wouldn't they say that it's fake? Because we did it to make us better than them, Keith Bexley? That's a really good point. But it's not that important. We know it was real. We know it was real. Okay, I remember being allowed to stay up to watch the moon landing on our black and white TV. I see you. Yes, I remember watching it. I was at summer camp. Yeah, it was, it was amazing. It was amazing. No moon landings. We don't have to discuss the moon landings. Oh, you're saying there's no moon landings. Lewis, I'm sure they did. I'm just using analogies of the public being lied to in films. Not just in films. Well, the film that I saw last night was Sirens. Vatanai is not here. Is Vatanai here? I don't know if he's here. I sure am. They did. Okay. Susan C. is here. Look how beautiful, beautiful Susan C. is here. Exhausting trying to keep up with this tech. Maybe to get back to the garden and fresh air. Today was a beautiful day for fresh air. It was, I don't know whether the air was fresh. The sky was blue. Were there any clouds where any of you were? There was not a single blue sky above Nunhead today. I went out for a walk. I was just wearing a jumper. I wasn't wearing a jacket. And I walked around. How many steps did I do? Anybody want to guess how many steps? I basically walked for about an hour. 4,900 steps. I met the YouTuber Richard from Jeff Taylor's channel in Abergavenny. The man has a good wit. Okay. Did you say, you know who else I love? Lewis Schaffer. Give Lewis Schaffer I'm supposed to be on the TV tomorrow on what's his name? Mike Graham's show tomorrow. But they want to do it like a live stream. They want to do whatever a remote. And I said I don't want to do it. Vatanai wasn't here yesterday, but he came 8th or 9th. He was here and must have been here in the beginning. I don't know, how does that work? How does it work? Oh, thank you for reminding me. I'm not even on live chat. How does that work? That someone could be high up on the rankings without even being there. But there is a huge distinction between landing the footage that was captured, the footage doesn't look real. It's full of things that don't make sense logically. Well, you can say that. You can say that. But there's the images and the sky and his explanations. Maybe you're right. I don't, you never know for sure. Do you hear my voice? I'm not saying you're wrong, you're wrong. Unless it involves the Jews, and then I'll tell you you're wrong. Witten near Twickenham was 20 degrees in Witten near Twickenham. We had blue skies in Chester and 18 degrees. 18, is that what you're talking about? A big Chester whoop. Well, you know my feelings for Chester. That's a great little city there. I haven't been there in 25, 35, 40, maybe, who knows how many years. Such a beautiful day here in Eastbourne, says Claire. Everybody's calling in saying people were on the open top bus. Were they alive on the open top bus? I have a surprise for you, Lewis. I've worn a step counter today, and I've done 2,261 steps. Well, that's great. I mean, that whole step thing is a myth of how many steps you need to do, but it does mean you're active. It means you're out and about. So that's good. So this is what Elixir Scott says. 2,261 steps. Is that true? Is this what you've done in the house? I was thinking I need a sleep one which tells me how much sleep I'm doing. Well done. I've maybe done 100. I must do better. Yeah, if you keep your phone on the ground, I've done 4,900 steps today. That's an hour. I need to walk for 2 hours to get to 10,000. Jack Schaefer says, I love Chester. Not just do they have the people busking, but they have street magic. People dressed up as Romans, etc., etc. It's a fun day out. Yeah. I mean, the point is, like the movie that I saw today, if Vatnai isn't going to come, I'll discuss it. And then when he comes back, I'll discuss it again. There was a lot of nudity. It wasn't porn nudity. Porn nudity is, I think with porn nudity, you have to actually, it's made to make you be titillated again, to make you feel something, like a slowness. Where you see the girl going, and you don't see that much. You see girls in the background naked, but it's not focused. I think all the women got almost naked, except for the wife of the painter. It's about a painter who's basically a creep because he's got girls in his house that he's painting naked. I walk every day for an hour or more. I love the outdoors. Claire, people need to know this about you. You're not just an indoor girl. You're an outdoor girl. Hold on a second. So,
something happened last night that should be stopping the world in its tracks.
It's one of the programs that I listen to. They have street shows in Abergavenny, as well as Palestine Boomers. The other week, there was a 14-year-old singing in the street with a younger kid collecting. He had a great singing voice. Yeah, okay, that's good. Go out and entertain strangers. Sun is still shining bright all day in South UK. Plane spraying, no effect on the sun. Not today. I didn't see any. Did you see any plane spraying today? I mean, I can believe they do spray. I could believe they spray, or they want us to believe that they spray because they want us to be afraid. They want us to think that they're so powerful. And also because it makes sense to spray. If you put a cloud cover, it makes the place colder. And if you believe that the place is getting warmer, Girl from Mars, yeah. It's the original one with Elle Macpherson. I mean, yeah, she's a pretty girl. She was a pretty girl. They were like, and then you know who else was there? What's her name? Ellen DeGeneres' Australian girlfriend. It's about modernism. It's about free love. It's about feminism. It's about socialism. It's about communism. It's all about globalism. Communism is the religion of globalism. You heard it from me first. I just said that for the first time. I'm not sure if that's true. Yeah, chemtrails galore. I, I mean, I mean, why would you spray chemtrails if it's cloudy? So that's maybe why there's chemtrails. I'm not sure I believe in chemtrails, but I'm open to it. I believe in it more now than I ever did before. I do love soft porn, says Susan. Like Room with a View. It's all in the imagination. And the Thornbirds, Richard Chamberlain, all day long. Yummy. Well, what is soft porn? It's like if you just see naked women, does that make it porn? I'm not sure that makes it porn. Oh, Matt Carney is here. You are a wonderfully angry person. Can you do a mid anger, high anger, low anger? I can range mine quite well. How about you? Thank you, Matt. I'm mid angry right now. I'm not a happy person right now. I'm mid angry. I'm angry about a lot of things. I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm angry. Lewis, you must watch an episode of Minder and see what you think. It went from 79 to 1984. What is Minder about? Is it Australian? I don't want to say anything bad about the Australians, but they're not as simple a people as you think they are. They're English people who've been caught. And they had a long boat ride over there, and they're thinking to themselves, if I just had kept my mouth shut, I'd still be in Britain. And they got a bit of bitterness there. I've been rubbish lately. Anyway, Matt, where are you from, Matt? Tell everybody, have we met before? Have we met before? Have you seen my show? Are you a male or a female? Are you old or are you young? Are you fat or are you thin? I've been rubbish lately, but I must overcome it. Thanks, honey. Yeah, we have to overcome it. I mean, I've had 2 cups of coffee today, and I'm not going to have any more cups of coffee. My blood pressure was really high. I took a blood pressure pill. I shouldn't have. I just said this is too high. I'm going to take a blood pressure pill because I've been so upset about lots of things. Soft porn would exclude visual penetration, I guess. Yeah, could be. Yeah, it would. Yeah, I guess that's right. I mean, yeah, there was a bit of touching in this. There was a scene where the guy is on top of the girl, but you couldn't see anything, I don't think. Partner is an umbrella term. I find it bizarre when somebody says my partner and I. I think to myself, don't you know what your relationship status is? Or don't you know what their gender is? My partner and I. So how would you say that? I went to the restaurant with my partner, or my partner and I went to the restaurant. I think they both sound all right. Minder is based in London. What is Minder about? I've heard about it, but I don't even know. Is it a crime thing? I'm outrageously angry throughout the workday, and then I watch Trump dancing, and the world has hope again. Yeah, I think Trump is growing in popularity, and not so fast. He's going to lose that popularity. And I heard today they had a number of minor elections in the country, and the Democrats got spanked. Especially the radical Democrats. That's what I heard. I like angry. I made, I don't know. I'm not going to say. Sky is white now. Sun is still out, but blue sky is gone. Yeah, well, what time is it right now? Yeah, it's not white. It's not, yeah, it's not blue either. Because the blue comes from whatever it is. People came out of their houses stupid after COVID. Yes, they did. They're stupid after COVID. I think I came out smarter. I hope I did. Do I sound like I know what I mean, I posted on Twitter or Facebook a post that I made from the 17th, 2020, 17th of March. 17th of March about COVID, saying it was bullshit back then. And it hadn't even started, really. Google Minder Arthur Daly. Do I look like Arthur Daly? Is that who you're saying I look like? Let's see what I look like. Minder Arthur Daly. How old is he? There's a picture of him. He was a small-time but likable con man. I'd love to be a con man. I'd love to be a con man. Dennis Waterman. George Cole as Arthur Daly, a middle-aged character and petty schemer. West London, Ladbroke Grove, Fulham, and Acton. Yeah. I'm his minder. How many shows that they did? 1 through 6. Oh, they had different people in every show, it looks like. Shane Ritchie? Have you ever seen that show, Minder, producer? Yeah, it could be. It was like when I saw, what's his name's? The Macintosh Man. They filmed it in England. Oh, it's a very successful show. And they put on a lot of episodes. 13 a year. 13 a year. In America, they do 26 a year. That way they have one for each day. Very, very interesting. Okay, let's find out. Is the guy who played this guy, who's the guy? Dennis Waterman? What's the guy who played what is the guy's name? Arthur, what's his name? Minder. Arthur Daly. Let's see who played Arthur Daly. How old is Arthur Daly here, do you think? Let me just find out. He is Arthur Daly Wiki. It's a fictional character. Who played Arthur Daly? Who played Arthur Daly? George Cole. What year was he born? He's an OBE. He's the same age as my dad. He's 6 months younger than my dad, or older than my dad. He died at 90 years old in Reading, but he's from Tooting. He's from Tooting. Oh my God, he was in a 1951 film. He'd been around a long time. Scrooge. Oh my God, he was a somebody. Personal life, married twice. OBE in 1992. He resided for over 70 years in Oxfordshire. He died of pneumonia. He was in movies from 1941. 1941. Look at how many movies he was in. Can you see this? You can see how many movies he was in. He was the old Dr. St. Trini. He was in old St. Trinians. Isn't that like with all the young girls there? He was a protege of Alistair Sim, who was in all those movies. The whatchamacallit? Charles, whatever the guy's name is. Dennis Waterman was a great bloke. He was good in everything. That's not. So Carrie B. Exercise is good, but you don't always need to watch a visual to do it. Maybe that's tough, though, basically. Maybe that's tough. Andrew Lewis. I'm so glad you're looking up the English films. Well, I've seen 3 English films in the last 3 days. Or I saw half of one. I saw The Drowning Pool. That's not an English film. It's like an English film. I saw, like last night, that's not an English film. It was an Australian film. But I'll see more and more because I realize that they're free, and I've got my desktop, whatever it is, my what do they call the computers? Joe, what is Ealing Comedies? Yeah, some of my favorite films when I was a kid. We saw Ealing Comedies. I've been in Ealing Studios. I've done gigs at Ealing Studios. I've been there. I've been there. I haven't been. I don't think I've ever done any films there. Maybe have I done any films there? George Cole was a fab actor. He was a child star. He was Harry Flashman in St. Trinian's. Let's check that out. Can I check that out? Harry Flashman. What year was St. Trinian's? Here's one. Blue Murder at St. Trinian's. Pure Hell of St. Trinian's. 1960. He would have been 25, 35 years old. 35 years old. Let's see if we can get a picture. Harry Flashman. Are you guys looking at this thing? I can't tell. Harry Flashman. Saint. So he wasn't this guy Harry Flashman. Flash Harry is a fictional character. The Bells of St. Trinian, who may also be a spiv, an ostentatious, loudly dressed, and usually ill-mannered man. Best portrayer is George Cole, so they said nice things about him. I mean, there we go. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. I don't know how many he was in. He was Flash Harry. Let's see if we can get a picture of him. George Cole, Flash Harry. Images. Is that him? Look at that. There's a trans woman. It's ancient. 68 years ago, there was a trans woman, or if you call it a trans woman. And look at this. Oh, look at this. I love this thing. I love this. This is when girls were girls. Girls were that. So that was the movie that I saw, which is every scene was like about free sex and lesbianism, but they never really pointed out that the guy who was organizing it was probably not nice. He died in 2013, around 90 years old. Yes. Yeah. Well, I think he died in 2015, Ron Smith, because they said he was 90, but I don't know if that's true. And I don't know if that's true. Dennis only died of Dennis Waterman. I don't know who Dennis Waterman is. I got this off. Oh, wait a second. Somebody sent me a letter from my Vinted. Go to Vinted and buy some of my stuff. And press the like thing down below. Nope. Nope. Nobody's buying my stuff. But you can buy my stuff. You can say I didn't want it, but I bought it because I know it's making Lewis happy. When girls were hot and proud of it. Yeah, back in the day. Back in the day. What was 1930 and 1993? Were they proud of being hot? Notice Nigel Farage has his jacket like Arthur Daly. Okay, does Nigel Farage look like Arthur Daly? Nigel Farage like Arthur Daly. Arthur Daly. Have been made. It's been made. A charming rogue, a spiv-like dealer, with Arthur Daly's fictional small-time crook as a shrewd salesman-like political operator outside the establishment. Okay, there you go. There you go. This is what they say. This is what they say. I sometimes forget that Lewis has only been here for for over 30, 20 years, so he doesn't know this stuff. Yeah, I don't know this stuff. I'm like, you know what it's like? It's like as if I'm basically a 35-year-old guy. Imagine I'm a 35-year-old guy and you're saying, do you know who Arthur Daly is? I go, never heard of him. Lilith, I think I've joined another dimension. Well, we're in the past, and it's a long past from 1940 up to 1995, whenever Arthur Daly was around. But that's Minder. Maybe I'll see. I mean, maybe I'll see Minder. And who is Dennis Waterman? I've heard the name before, but I don't know who that is. Arthur Daly was a lickle dodgy, but maybe underneath, but he's all right. Says Lud is here. Lud, good to see you, Lud. Your name was mentioned just yesterday, saying, where's Lud? Welcome back, Lud. Good to see you. I don't know. Is he all right? I mean, that's the English way. Not hurting anybody. All English people have a scam. They're all on their own scam. This is the English, whether it's true or not. This is the English thing. This is the English thing, basically. Dennis Waterman was a great bloke. He was good at everything. And then Claire says, I would love a brother like him, I guess. From memory, wasn't Alistair Sim George Cole's mentor when he first started out? Is that true? Is that true? There you go. Claire says, hi, Lud. There we go. Hi, Lud. Lud says, hi, Claire. Dennis Waterman was in Up the Junction. The Lady Killers was a great alien comedy, badly copied by Hollywood with Tom Hanks. I mean, it's hard to copy English comedies because it's made with English people, made by English people with English people, and English people look like Americans, but they're not Americans. It's like when the Australians try to make an American style film. It doesn't quite work, I think. I had Arthur Daly on my Facebook and Twitter photo once. People would say, why do you look like someone from the 1940s? Laugh out loud. This is what happens. People aren't famous. People are not famous. And then once they're not famous, hold on a second. Once they're not famous, they're like strangers. They're strange. Like I've become. Am I a stranger to you people? I hope not. I hope I am. Another 1970s series was The Public Eye, about a private investigator. The actor was Alfred Brooke. The thing about these film series is you couldn't make any money because they only did 6 series a year, or 13 if you're lucky. You're watching The Affair. What is The Affair? Should I watch The Affair? It sounds like something. I don't know. What movie is The Affair? We had an 80s and a 40s. School didn't teach me that. Yeah. Back in the day. I mean, you don't really understand it until you get old, until you realize that you've been through stuff these young kids haven't been through. That's what makes comedy hard. You're my best friend, Lewis. Thank you very much, Claire. You are, I mean, men can be friends with girls. You are my friend, Claire. You're one of my best friends, Claire. We had a 70s too. The irony of it is now, 70s is 50 years ago or more. 1970 is 56 years ago. That is unbelievable. And Lud says hi to Scott Elixir, Elite Elixir. He's changed his name. I don't know. What is the artist? What is the artist as a film? What is an artist as a film? Let me Google that. The Artist. What year was it in? Oh, that's 2011. The the problem with films that are made in the past is it's never quite right. They always show the film that I saw last night, which was about a minister being going from England to talk to this guy who painted nude and also possibly blasphemous paintings to take away paintings because they were blasphemous. And he went with his wife, who was very unhappy. I don't even know why she was so unhappy. She was on a free trip to Australia, but she was very unhappy. She was very unhappy, and it was a bit unrealistic, her unhappiness. And then she sees all the nudity and all the people having sex, and was basically awed in the movie. Do you know the movie that I'm talking about? Called Sirens. Was she awed in the movie? And it awakened her sexual, or whatever it is. I don't even know if I'm allowed to use these words. Her whatchamacallit, her her juices. And she was married to a kind of goofy Hugh Grant, who was 34 years old at the time. And I can say this: Hugh Grant was at that time very likable and very goofy and very comedic. I liked him a lot. Not too much because he's become a twat now. I think he's a left wing twat, and he's in favor of stopping newspapers from being evil. What is the affair, Janet? Is the new TV series? Urges. Okay, I should use the word urges. As women have urges. And she's newly married and she was quite beautiful. And he wanted to have sex with her. And he asked her, he said, "Do you want to? What about it? They were married." And she goes, "Oh, I don't feel like it." And he says, "If you don't feel like it, but if you wake up and you want to, just, you wake me up." And he gave up a little bit too easily. I think that's what the problem was. I'm trying to do that with you girls. If you have urges, Arthur and Terry were a great comedy duo. I don't know who that is, Lud. But I never heard of that movie in 1994. It was 30 years ago. And it basically said to women, be promiscuous, be nude, be lesbian. Drive libido. There's Joe. Climb on top or get under. Drive libido, climb on top or get under. Yeah, those are good words, drive. And so she regained her drive on the way back. On the way back to England from Australia. And I tell you why I like the movie. They filmed it at this guy's house in the countryside, up in the mountains. And he must have been really successful. This guy, his name was Norman Lindsay, I think his name was. That Parker lady, anti-trans campaigner, she doesn't think the English have an identity, and people on the right are calling her out. Is she a pro-trans? Yeah, because it's all on the same side. Trans is about cutting people's, whatever it is. It's stopping people from having children, which is destroying our communities, our counties, our country. And that's what they want to do. They hate white people. They're globalists, people who support it's all one side. It's all globalism, feminism, globalism, transism, homosexuality, support, whatever. Lewis, what do you mean by I'm empowered 40 something woman who is enjoying sex positive freedom, positivity, and ethical non-monogamy? Well, every single word, I stand by every single one of those words. I'm a 40-year-old woman I'm not exactly 40, but I'm close to 40. I'm enjoying a sex positive freedom. That means I can do what I want to do because I'm a woman now. Okay? And ethical non-monogamy. I'm not going to be just with one woman or one man. That's what it means. That's on my Facebook page. If you guys want to friend me on your face, I'm now opening my face. I've lost so many friends on my Facebook. My son doesn't even have any. Doesn't even use Facebook. That's how recent it is. That's how used to it. Brilliant. I'm hungry now. Yeah. I mean, I think at a certain age, at a certain age, you can be whatchamacallit. You can be you can be she's an anti-trans campaigner. She's against trans, but she doesn't apply the same argument to race. I've got a question about race too, but people should be allowed to fight for this is their country. And they've been taken out of the democratic process. And they've been told that they're bad people from going against something. I mean, I like her. I'm against trans myself. But a lot of people don't see that you can't pick one from this side and one from this side, that you have to be on one side or the other side, Kermit. Stock up on your essentials. So what is this? Okay, Ruben, we know that. We know that. I'm not monogamous. Boo hoo. Okay, says Joe. I'm making spaghetti bolognese, says Alex. But what does it have to do with what I wrote? Did you understand what I wrote? Old shows are the best. They can be the best, Lud. Some of them are not so great. But it's always good. Like why I liked seeing Sirens, because they filmed it in Australia. They filmed it at this guy's old house. It was like amazing. And it was very realistic. At least the house was. The people acting in it, I don't think that they were. Lilith says, Alex, put a lot of cheese on it. I'm hungry. When I moved to this country, and people used to put cheddar cheese on spaghetti bolognese. And I thought to myself, cheddar cheese is English cheese. You need to put mozzarella cheese. But now I put cheddar cheese on it. Oh, having watched Carol Vorderman on Jeremy Vine yesterday, I've decided to channel her vibe. What is her vibe? Joe, tell us what her vibe is. Scandemic Part 2. Yeah, it's all the same thing. They want us to be afraid, so they could sell us vaccines and antibiotics and lie to us and lock us down. And then, give extra money to the NHS to bankrupt us. She says if someone thinks like a British person, then they could be British. But does that argument not apply to trans? Yeah, kind of, yeah, you could say that. You could say that. But what does it mean even to be British? British is a diminution of the English people. Aston Villa is versus Lille tomorrow. Lille, my team. Aston Villa, I support Aston Villa. David and I went to see Aston Villa up in Aston Villa. Who did we see them play? Did they win? I remember that game vividly. Carol is a moron. She is a bit of a moron. She was a very hot, she was a hot moron. I don't know, maybe she was smart. Was she smart? Her vibe is camel toe. I don't even know what that camel toe you mean the thing. Okay, we don't have to discuss that, or we can. Lewis, help Claire with her urges. I'm trying to help all of you women with their urges. More plastic than a wheelie bin. Yeah, she's a bit plastic. But as I always say, it's better to be fake beautiful than real ugly. I'm not so sure. But I mean it's all a I don't know how to describe it. It's all fantasy. Janet doesn't like Carol Vorneman. She sold her soul to the sun. Old Carol. What does that mean? She went out in the sun too much? Who is the sun? Who is the sun? She was on that show for a very long time. How many years was she on that show, Carol Vorneman? Is she still on that show? They fired her. Did they fire her? Let's see how Carol Vorneman. Look at her. She's 3 years younger than I am. Countdown. What is the song that she was on? She's Welsh. Is she Welsh? Can you be Jewish and Welsh? A Dutch father and a Welsh mother. She's not Jewish. Right. Why do I think she is? Why do I think that she is? She was married. She has 2 children. Her partner is Des Kelly. Who is Des Kelly? She's been married since 2001. She looks after herself. Hello there. How is your mother doing? Come sit down and join us.
She's fine.
Tell us what happened at the hospital today. Were they nice to you? But they're nice to you everywhere.
No, because I'm good looking.
Because you're good looking. Don't be arrogant. Let's go say hello. Let's go say hello to my second son. I'm going to have to take away the chat box for a second so we can see. Make sure we come in there. You're tired. You went to the doctor this morning. Did you want to show everybody the your bone?
Let's show everyone the bone. Hi, Claire.
Claire is here and Janet is here. All the girls and the guys who were in love with me. It's called Botox. Well, you got to do what you got to do.
All right, so...
Well, make sure you go up close and take a look at the thing.
Wait. Okay, so...
You can't see. No, you got to get...
I know. There you go.
Can you see that? Explain what that is. Explain.
I think they know what that is.
Is that going to be taken out?
Maybe not, if it's in the way.
Right. And you fell on it the other day, but everything turned out okay.
Yeah, I kind of fell on my arm.
You fell on your arm, and you think this was like...
All right, shut the...
You remember I said something? I said, don't fall on it. Be careful. You remember I said that to you?
Yeah, remember I said that to you. You think
Are you making fun of me?
Mr. Wise Guy over
No,
here.
I'm not Mr. Wise Guy. I'm an old man, and
I didn't mean to fall in it. Jesus.
This is Carnegie. This is our guest. The other son...
Scooch over.
I should maybe do that there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, just try to sit in the same line as us because of the thing. Okay.
What we've been talking
so,
about.
So did you had an
Are
MR?
you still
Yeah,
talking like this? Oh God! Oh,
it's moving a little bit.
your
Can
teeth
you?
are,
Can
you're
you
actually getting old?
stop pounding on the table? I'm getting older.
Oh God! Oh, God.
How old am
You're just
I?
falling apart.
Yeah, I'm not falling apart.
You are 69 soon.
Do you think I'm looking like I'm falling apart, or do I think do you see me being lazy?
Depends. I'm taking a nap midway through the day is like.
Yeah, because I'm not sleeping at night.
Why not?
That bone needs the Lilith treatment.
Oh God! Are you making promises, Lil?
Yeah, she's making. Listen, don't stay away. You got to hunt them down if you want. If you're interested. But you don't. Do you need a girlfriend? No, you don't.
No, I'm actually scared because meningitis is coming back in London.
Are you kidding me?
No, that was a joke.
That was a joke.
But Rochelle and Mum, well, my mum and her boyfriend told me to do. So they said steer clear from kissing any girls.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Because your mother knows nothing. You know she knows nothing.
No, but she was also like, but like you still got meningitis everywhere. So like it's not just.
And the world is filled with, meningitis is like.
The world is filled with
yes,
meningitis.
between 20 to 30% of people's skin has meningitis on it. Of everybody, of people who aren't even like sick.
Is that true?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
How true is that?
What, you asking them?
I'm asking you.
That is true.
How
Even
is that
more
true?
than that. We're surrounded by germs, by whatever they call germs. And I don't even believe in meningitis germs, viral meningitis.
Those germs are safe, so...
Janet says, your son must have loads of girlfriends.
Not really.
Not really. No,
I could have more if I was more arrogant.
Well, you're not arrogant.
No.
Are you too nice with them?
Too nice. I'm like, no girl wants a nice guy.
Yeah, that's true. Is that true?
No, all the good girls are going to be like, no, we want a nice guy. And then 2 minutes later, you just
Yeah.
and then you give like an ugly girl a chance, and like you still joking, joking.
Yeah, remember, we're talking to girls here.
When I
Yeah.
become famous in the future, like
You won't need to become famous. Your
Buy me.
father needed to become famous.
you couldn't become
This
famous.
one needs to become famous. Is
Oh, but
what?
they took out the stitches. Wait.
Have they taken them out?
No, they dissolve, but that's healed now a bit.
Okay, really good because you're young. This is what happens. So it happened like 2.5 weeks ago or something. When did it happen?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
and I
Is
got
that-
constipation, which was like
Do you still have? Are you still taking the pills?
No.
Oh,
I don't
good.
need the pills.
Good. Can you give me some of them?
I threw them all away. I had extra.
You threw them away.
I did not want to. I didn't want to.
You didn't want to take any more. I'm the same way. I throw out food because I don't want to eat them.
We got some fans, Dad.
I've got fans. Yeah, I've got.
Is
Is it streptococcal or megacoccal type words from Grey's Anatomy?
Never watched it.
Well, I don't know what the difference between those things are. Lilith says you're cute, so there you go. Say thank you, Lilith.
Thank you, Lilith. Thank you, no,
Lilith.
Appreciate it.
Claire says to Lilith, I will have Lewis and you can have Carnegie.
We're
You've
running
already
a
been giving
brothel over here. What is this? What's going
We'll
on?
see if we can get some money. Opiates will do that. Well, yeah. He was taking what were you taking?
It was called dihydrocodone, and oh my god, it just made me feel like really cozy, and I just slept. I like took some, slept, woke up, just took some more, slept.
Yeah.
I became like an addict. For a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm glad you threw them out. Notice how GB News is not covering the harassment of the Sikh shop owner who refuses halal food and is a Restore member. GB News puts party politics above harassment and are of family threats. Yeah, Ron Smith says that. Okay, wait, I missed something.
Ron.
Meningitis B, according to David Francis. I don't know whether have you met my son, David? It says meningitis B is not viral, apparently, it's bacterial. It doesn't matter. There's no one bacteria that gets in there. You could have lots of irritation. Irritation can be caused by anything.
I don't think I'm gonna have meningitis in the future.
You're not going to because you're healthy. But you do eat a lot of carbs now, more than before.
Yeah, I need to, but like I need to start eating meat again.
Yeah, you do. You do. What did you have for dinner last night? He came in, and what did he have?
Do you want to tell them?
Yeah, you tell him.
You can seeing
I
as
don't want to
one
out you.
You
He
said
had
outing.
four tins, as we would call it in this country.
Go on.
4 tins of tuna fish.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was in brine, so it wasn't in oil, toxic seed oil.
No, I don't want to have it.
Yeah,
I don't like
exactly.
oil.
And that's a lot of tuna fish.
I finished it in the morning.
Yeah,
so
you finished it.
How much protein is that? Plus like half of the thing of mayonnaise.
How much is in a tin? 125 grams.
I don't know.
So it's 500 grams of tuna. Now let me see what it says here. I'll see what it says. But it's a lot. But then you added corn, sweet corn.
Sweet corn.
and
I was really hungry and I was craving having some what
Yeah.
are called wraps, tuna sweet corn mayonnaise wraps. Oh,
And then the wraps. The wraps.
oh, it was so good. It was so good.
But they weren't cooked. Shouldn't you toast the wraps? Shouldn't they be toasted? You don't have to, I guess. You don't have to.
It's such a long
They were
process.
really good. They were really, really good. Have it in spring water. It wasn't spring. Was it? It was in spring water. Better than brine. What's the difference between brine and spring water? I don't know.
What is brine?
Shortell is here. Also beautiful. Shortell. We got some beautiful, beautiful girls. She's saying hello to Lilith and laughing at Lilith. Every news channel has its filters.
I'm laughing.
And that all news has to be sieved before it's presented. Yeah, and remember they got GB. Stop that. They got GB News. Shortell says hello, gorgeous mom. Oh, I was a gorgeous man. You thought you were talking to me.
She could be talking to me.
It's got every.
Have you been on GB News since?
No, they banned me. Well, I was told by someone there that I'm not on the air because I called the guy fat. I didn't think that was the reason. I thought there was another reason.
You're always causing problems.
Try mackerel in tomato sauce for alternative to tins. For alternative in tins. What do you mean by that? I had some sardines today. I had a tin of sardines.
Yeah, but you have it with tomato sauce.
Yeah,
I
because
don't like that.
I don't like it either. But I
Well,
usually
why did you get it then? Well, you always get it in tomato sauce.
because I basically
The
wipe
regular sardine. Well, why can't you just get regular sardine?
because they come in oil. And they don't have it over there.
Well, then go somewhere else.
Where did you get it from? You got it from Tesco. How much?
Yeah, Tesco tuna. It's like
How much
It's one of
tuna?
the small ones.
In spring water.
Protein.
Tuna chunks in spring water.
130 for
130 grams. So
So,
let's say 4
100
grams.
100.
600 calories. And let's see what it says. It says 0 carbs and 144 grams of protein.
But put the 8 wraps in. 8 like small wraps, like
8 wraps. You had 8 wraps.
yeah.
8 tortilla wraps.
Yeah.
8. That can't be right. Is it 500 grams? Is it like half a pound? And then you had a can of corn, right?
Yeah.
Sweet corn. How many grams in sweet corn?
The alternative in tins. What's that? Oh, you're talking about someone else.
I'm writing sweet corn.
Um.
How many grams in a can?
No man.
250?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
probably.
had a lot.
I think it was 250 grams. And then so look at that. That's like that's like a lot of food. But you run around a lot. Have you gained any weight?
No, I don't
Have you
gain
weighed-
any weight.
Have you checked
Pissed
on the
off.
scale?
I'm down to 80 kilograms.
Are you really?
Yeah, I was on like 84.
Even after you really couldn't go work and run around as much as you were.
Yeah.
Tinned mackerel.
But like I stopped eating when I was like in pain and on the codeine. And I got like really.
Thank you, Lilith. So fish in cans and wraps are well. Tuna is you shouldn't eat too much tuna because it's got a lot of arsenic or mercury in it because they're big fish. Tuna is a big fish, but
Yeah.
small fishes are better.
I'm doing well, Chantal. I'm doing well.
Well,
Just tired because it's like, whenever I have a job, I'm like really like sociable, and I'm like, yeah, because I have to be for my work.
yeah.
And like since I've just become less sociable, and I just don't even know what to say to these people.
What do you mean, there's people here?
No,
Where?
whenever I go to my workplace,
You went to just to hang out to make sure you got your job back.
I'll still have my job.
You're very hardworking, Carnegie. I'm really surprised.
You stop. You always say that. You don't need
Your
to.
brother
You
is-
don't need to.
Your brother's a disappointment to me.
He's doing well. He's doing well. He's doing well.
He's not doing as well as he thought he was going to do. Basically, you're doing better than I thought you were going to do.
Well, considering I thought I'd be dead by now, I'm doing pretty well.
Why? Why do you think you'd be dead?
It's just a crazy lifestyle.
Yeah, but don't have a crazy lifestyle.
And what's the point?
Because
Because
you'll see there's plenty of joy out there.
I know there's joy.
If you like horses, Carnegie, you can work for me. You can go up and see Lilith, and
I do love horses.
yeah, do you love horses?
Yeah, majestic beings.
Do you remember we went horseback riding? Do you remember that? You
No,
remember when we went to Mudshoot Farm?
you
We
don't
got
need
hit
to
by a
keep.
cat.
Yeah, you don't need to keep
We went with
Oscar,
Dominic Frisbee
Dominic.
and his kids.
Dominic.
Yeah, the ale, what about the ale? The beer. I mean, he's an English boy. You're an English boy, I would say. Do you consider yourself English?
No. I don't like putting labels on things.
I think he's English. Do you consider yourself American
No.
or Scottish?
No, I've seen English people, and they're just.
Well, that's the
They're
problem.
closest.
We've lost the love for our own country. Daz is here. Let's say hello to Daz. My sister has got Gusto food boxes. Really, I really recommend. They're pretty good. I'm sure the price though.
That kind of.
Not sure the price. No,
I'm gonna go to my bed.
no, but Gusto has probably got high carbs in it. It's probably got a lot of vegetables in it. It's cooked. What you eat is generally good.
No, I have Morley's like every other day.
Well, it's still Morley's. It's still better than most people have. It's the chips. It's the chips. Can you stop that? I love you, Carnegie.
Do you?
Yes,
Really?
I do. You know that I do.
That's good to hear, though.
I try not to openly worry about you.
Kiss on the head.
And then he's like, and then he's fighting with his, be nice to your brother. He's got a broken arm.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Goodbye. Say goodbye to my, go down. Go down. They can't see your face, and wave goodbye to everybody. Thank the girls. Thank Susan
Thank you,
and
girls.
Shortell
Thank you,
and
Susan,
Lilith
Chantel,
and Joe
Lilith, and
and
Ron
Daz.
and Kermit and
Yeah, and Kermit.
Susan.
Kermit
and
is the moderator of this group.
Joe and everyone.
Joe and
Ruben.
Lilith and Lilith.
And Alex.
And Alex.
And Claire.
And Claire.
And big shout out to Claire.
Wait, where are you? Where are you, Lilith? Again, where he's got horses.
I got a horse myself.
All right, don't laugh too much. We
sorry.
got the idea. Be subtle about it. All right, I'll see you later.
Love you, Dad.
A round of applause for my son. For my son. Good. You guys were well behaved. You weren't too gloomy. He's 23 years old. He's rock hard and strong. You can see how strong he is. He's strong. He doesn't look like me. He looks like his mother. His mother's rock hard and strong. Ask Posey Parker. You can be anyone or anything. If he wants to be English, I think of him as English. David Francis. I'm not reading what you wrote. No one needs to know about my past with you. I don't need to know. David Francis used to be a vegetarian. Are you still eating fish and tuna? And what are you eating? What are you eating, David Francis? Everybody. Are you opening the pub up there? It's called the Holly Bush, the Holly Bush, up in Cradley Heath. Maybe we'll do a show up there. What chuff can we tickle today? I don't know what that means, but it sounds very dirty. So thank you, everybody. Let me read who the top fans are, and then we can guess. 25 is Matt Carney. New to the show. Sean Thoburn is here. My friend Sean. 24. Vestinor is 23. There's beautiful Carrie B. Beautiful Carrie B. 22. Keith Bexley's 21. Beautiful Darklands is 20. Julian is 19. Susan C. Beautiful Julian is 18. And 17 is beautiful Lilith with beautiful Shortell. And then beautiful Daz is at 15. So this is great. Jack Schaefer's at 14. Nice car. Is that like a Morris or something? And I see you. Beautiful. I see you. This is just the hot, pretty girls. Come to the 10 o'clock show because you've got to go to work tomorrow, right? So we're going to start at 10. 12 is Lud. Welcome back, Lud. We give Lud a round of applause. Good to see you, Lud. Hi-Ho Kermit is 11. Maltese Phil is 10. Alex is 9. Ruben is 8. David Francis, my friend from Cradley Heath, is 7. But you're all my friends. 6 is Ron Smith, girl from Mars. Beautiful girl from Mars is 5. There's 4. Joe, Warrior Princess, is 37. She's beautiful. Claire is 3. She didn't win this time, but thank you very much. Elite Elixir Scott is 2. These are top at 150 XPs. But the number one winner is Janet. And at 1. Congratulations, Janet. A round of applause for Janet. So there we go. So everybody write down what you think is the right number. Hold on, let me see what the right number is. We've had a very good show. Darkland says 29, Susan says 31. Chartel says 30. Ruben says 27. Ruben's one per. Okay, Janet says 29. So write down the number, everybody. Lilith is laughing and happy. Chartel is laughing at Lilith. If I don't mention to thank you? Yeah, you thought maybe no one was paying attention to you, and you turned out to be the winner, and your name is right there. You're the number one. The number one. I just noticed that it's written on this thing, so I don't even need to read it. The top people, but thank you, Janet, for being here. Janet says 30. Everybody keep on writing. We haven't come up with the right winner. I'll give you a second chance. I'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock because we're starting a bit early. We're going to go for an hour at 10 because the producer, my lovely, lovely other son, he is going for filming tomorrow. What time did you leave today, producer? I think he left like at 5 o'clock in the morning, which means he had to wake up at 4 probably. I don't know. So that's it. That's all the guesses that there are. Okay, well I'm gonna say who the right guess is. I'm going to give you 1 second before I tell you who the right guess is. Why is everyone saying the same numbers today? Yeah, why? Why? Let's come up with some new numbers. 30, 31. I don't know why myself. Why are they saying the same numbers? Every time I say that's our show, we lose people. We lose people. It's like we drift off. I've got a different number than the number that you told me. The number was, I've got a different number. Oh, no, it's the same number. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. And the winning number is, I don't think anybody has won anything, but it's 28. 28, and it came in at 5:30. It came in at 5:30. 28. And we kept the high numbers all the way until 6. And then basically we drifted off. But thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ruben and Joe and Chartel. Thank you, Darklands. Thank you, Scott, Delete Scott. Thank you. A big round of applause. Everybody thank Kermit for the help. So we had 28 concurrent. And we had the number of viewers we had is 108. 108. I think this has been a great show. A great, great show. We will see you tonight at 10 o'clock. Will you be there? I hope you're there. I hope you're there. If I haven't thanked you, say, what about me? What am I, chopped liver? That's what you got to do. That's what you've got to do. I'll tell them. Hello, everyone. I just spoke to the producer, and I'm not feeling that great tonight, so we won't have a show tonight. Can you forgive me? We'll have a show tomorrow at 5 o'clock, but this will be the last day we have not done a late show. So I apologize to you for this. So we'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Tell me you've seen it, and maybe and I'll post it on Discord. Everybody go to Discord. Everybody press the like button. Everybody make a contribution to Ko-fi and make me happy. Good to see you, Lud, again. Really good to see you. Okay? Good to see you, David Francis. Good to see all my friends here. Thank you, Shawnee Sean, too, for coming in.